We are disturbed not by what happens to us, but by our thoughts about what happens. Epictetus. Have you ever felt as though your mind, that marvelous orchestrator of your every thought and decision, might sometimes be your most cunning saboteur? Have you lain awake, wrestling with thoughts that zigzag with the unpredictability of a summer storm? If so, you're not alone in the tussle with an inner adversary that's supposed to be an ally. This video invites you to a revelation, a voyage into the very fabric of your thoughts, guided by the Stoics' ancient wisdom and the clarity of modern science. We will embark on a quest to uncover the paradoxical ways our brains can lead us astray, only to teach us how to navigate back to a course that's true. With the sage advice of philosophers like Marcus Aurelius and Epictetus as our compass, and the latest cognitive research as our map, we will chart a course through the 5 transformative lessons that reveal our brain's true capacity for allyship. From the tangled forests of cognitive biases to the serene valleys of emotional regulation, join me as we journey into the heart of human consciousness. Prepare to question, to challenge, and to grow as we delve into the inner workings of the mind and discover the power it holds to change our lives for the better. Let us begin. Lesson 1. Understanding cognitive biases. Stoic Foundation. The Stoics were acutely aware of the fallibility of human judgment. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, urged the importance of clear thinking and the recognition of our own cognitive distortions. He knew that the mind could be both our greatest ally and our most formidable adversary. Aurelius and his fellow Stoics believed in challenging our impressions, a practice of scrutinizing and questioning our automatic thoughts. This act of reflection is what modern psychology echoes in addressing cognitive biases, systematic errors in thinking that affect our decisions and judgments. Further, modern application. Today we understand various cognitive biases that affect our daily lives, such as confirmation bias, where we favor information that confirms our existing beliefs. By being aware of these biases, we can work towards mitigating their effects, striving for a more objective view of the world, much like the Stoics aspired to do. To counter cognitive biases, techniques like critical thinking exercises, diverse information gathering, and engaging with viewpoints different from our own can be immensely beneficial. This aligns with the Stoic practice of seeking wisdom from various sources and perspectives. However, the quest to overcome cognitive biases is an ongoing challenge. It requires constant vigilance and the willingness to confront uncomfortable truths. There's also a risk of overcompensation, where one might reject valid personal insights in the pursuit of objectivity. Shurasakar Lesson 2. The Discipline of Emotional Regulation. Stoic Foundation. Epictetus emphasized that it's not events themselves that disturb people, but their judgments about them. This insight is foundational to Stoicism's approach to emotional regulation, the idea that we can train ourselves to choose our responses to external events. The Stoics proposed a form of mental discipline where one reflects on emotions and their triggers, thereby gaining mastery over them. This discipline involves recognizing the space between stimulus and response where our freedom to choose lies. Shurasakar Lesson 2. The Discipline of Emotional Regulation. Stoic Foundation. Epictetus emphasized that it's not events themselves that disturb people, but their judgments about them. This insight is foundational to Stoicism's approach to emotional regulation, the idea that we can train ourselves to choose our responses to external events. The Stoics proposed a form of mental discipline where one reflects on emotions and their triggers, thereby gaining mastery over them. This discipline involves recognizing the space between stimulus and response where our freedom to choose lies. Modern application. In modern psychological practice, emotional regulation is a core component of therapies like dialectical behavior therapy, DBT. It teaches skills to manage and change intense emotions that are causing problems in a person's life. Emotional regulation can be cultivated through mindfulness meditation, which helps to create a pause to respond rather than react to situations. It allows individuals to observe their emotional patterns without judgment, leading to greater emotional agility. Yet emotional regulation is not about suppressing emotions. Overregulation can lead to emotional numbness or buildup of unacknowledged feelings. It's crucial to strike a balance between feeling emotions and being overwhelmed by them. Lesson 3. The pursuit of wisdom and virtue. Stoic foundation for Stoics like Marcus Aurelius. The pursuit of wisdom was synonymous with the pursuit of virtue. Wisdom was not merely about knowledge, but about the application of knowledge in a way that was harmonious with nature and beneficial to society. This pursuit requires the development of 4 cardinal virtues: wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. Each virtue acts as a compass point, guiding the Stoics' thoughts and actions toward what is good and away from what is detrimental. First, modern application. In contemporary life, the pursuit of wisdom and virtue can be seen in lifelong learning and the application of ethical principles in our personal and professional lives. It involves the cultivation of critical thinking and moral reasoning. The Stoic pursuit of wisdom also aligns with the modern concept of intellectual humility, acknowledging the limits of one's knowledge and remaining open to new information. This mindset fosters a culture of growth and continuous improvement. However, the pursuit of wisdom and virtue can sometimes lead to self-righteousness or an overly critical view of others who do not share the same values. It is essential to pair the pursuit of personal virtue with compassion and understanding for the imperfections of others. Lesson 4. The strength in flexibility. Stoic foundation. Adaptability was a key virtue for the Stoics, who recognized that while we cannot control external events, we can control our reactions to them. This principle is exemplified in the Stoic concept of amor fati, which translates to love of fate. Marcus Aurelius, in his personal writings, frequently reflected on the importance of meeting life's unpredictability with a flexible and accepting attitude. This Stoic lesson teaches that strength is not found in rigidity but in the ability to adapt to the ebb and flow of life circumstances. It is about embracing change as an integral part of the human experience. Stoicism does not advocate for a passive acceptance but rather an active engagement, where each new challenge is met with a poised readiness to adjust and respond effectively. Modern application. In the context of modern life, the practice of flexibility can be cultivated through the adoption of a growth mindset, a belief that abilities and intelligence can be developed. This mindset encourages a view of life's challenges as opportunities for personal development and learning, rather than as insurmountable obstacles. Incorporating flexibility into one's daily life can also involve practical strategies such as scenario planning and cultivating diverse skill sets, allowing for smoother transitions when faced with life's inevitable changes. It also means fostering emotional agility, the ability to manage one's feelings and thoughts in a way that is responsive to the present moment's demands. However, the pursuit of adaptability can sometimes lead to a lack of commitment or a feeling of instability. Without roots, flexibility can become floundering. It's crucial to differentiate between healthy adaptability and a lack of direction, ensuring that flexibility does not become a cover for indecisiveness or fear of commitment. Lesson 5. The practice of gratitude. Stoic foundation. Gratitude is a practice not explicitly labeled in Stoic texts, but it is deeply woven into their teachings on appreciating and making the most of what we have. Seneca wrote extensively on the topic of abundance, emphasizing that it is not he who has little, but he who wants more, that is poor. Gratitude, from a Stoic perspective, is about recognizing the wealth in simplicity and the power of appreciating the present moment. The Stoics understood that our desires could lead us astray, always chasing after what we do not have. By focusing on gratitude, we redirect our attention to the blessings already within our grasp, cultivating contentment and tranquility. This practice encourages a reevaluation of our needs versus our wants and fosters a sense of satisfaction with our current state. Farsikar modern application. In today's world, gratitude can be practiced through daily rituals such as keeping a gratitude journal or simply taking a moment each day to reflect on the things we are thankful for. These acts can have profound psychological benefits, including increased happiness, reduced stress, and an overall enhanced quality of life. Gratitude can also be expressed through acts of service and kindness, reinforcing our connections with others and enhancing our sense of community. Modern research in positive psychology supports this, linking altruistic behavior with increased well-being and a deeper sense of life satisfaction. Yet the practice of gratitude should not lead to complacency or the suppression of ambition. It is important to balance appreciation for the present with the drive to pursue meaningful goals and improvements. Gratitude is meant to be a foundation upon which to build, not a restraint that holds us back from seeking growth and positive change. As we conclude our exploration of the mind's intricate landscape through the Stoic lens, I extend my heartfelt thanks for joining me on this enlightening journey. We've traversed the terrains of cognitive bias, emotional regulation, wisdom, adaptability, and gratitude, uncovering the ways in which our brains, though sometimes seemingly contrary, can indeed be harnessed to work in our favor. These lessons, rooted in Stoic philosophy and enriched by modern understanding, are more than just pathways to self-improvement. They are invitations to transform our inner dialogue. May the insights shared here serve as beacons to guide you through the complexities of thought and emotion. Thank you for your time and your openness to learning. May you carry these teachings forward, allowing them to illuminate your life with clarity, resilience, and contentment.